Hi everyone, welcome to AURICULATES weekly news. I know you've been very eagerly waiting for our video, so without any further ado, let's get right away into today's clinical vignette. A 40-year-old female had repeated attacks of chest infection, not improving by medical treatment. The patient was admitted for investigation of her condition in a hospital. A chest X-ray revealed basal lung infection. During her hospital stay, it was noticed that she suffered from chest tightness and choking following meals. The ward nurse noticed that the patient refuses fluid diet and prefers solid bulky food. So what is the probable diagnosis? I know this scenario is quite misleading, but there's one hint in the scenario which gets you to the diagnosis. So think about it, I'll tell you the answer after the news. So let's begin with the never-ending counseling updates. KNR-UHS released a notification for exercising web options for stray vacancy round of counselling for PG medical admissions under competent authority quota into affiliated colleges and NIMS Telangana. An allotment list after stray vacancy phase of counselling is out. Tamil Nadu State mop-up round of counselling allotment list was released. All India final result of stray vacancy round has been given out. Uttar Pradesh mop-up round reporting notice was given. Schedule for online stray vacancy round of state quota seats at government aided or corporation colleges in the state of Maharashtra has been released. List of eligible candidates after successful document verification for admissions into MD or MS courses in the government or government aided institutions and post MBBS DNB or post MBBS diploma courses in civil hospitals for the academic year 2022 to 2023 in the state of Haryana has been released on 29th of November. Provisional state merit list of PG medical candidates for both combined and stray vacancy round of counselling in Rajasthan has been released on 29th of November. KNR-UHS PG medical admissions under management quota. Available seats for stray vacancy round of counselling has been given. Dr. YSR-UHS Andhra Pradesh. Notification has been given for inviting applications for stray vacancies in PG medical courses in private, unaided, non-minority colleges and minority medical colleges for the academic year 2022 to 2023. As you all know, December 1st is recognized as World AIDS Day. So this World AIDS Day, NACO pledges to address inequalities and help end AIDS as a public health threat. And India on its way to end AIDS epidemic as a public threat by 2030. The annual new HIV infections in India have decreased by 48%. And also in the last decade, the HIV-related deaths have been decreased by 9.9%, while the number of people living with HIV have declined by 2.4% in 1 lakh population. So these statistics are really encouraging for us to move towards AIDS-free India. Evidence-driven AIDS response of India following a three-pronged strategy of prevention, detection and treatment while keeping the community and gender in the center has been a global success today. India takes over the G20 presidency from Indonesia on December 1, 2022 and will convene the G20 Leaders Summit for the first time in the country in 2030. PM Narendra Modi called for a shift in the fundamental mindset to benefit humanity as a whole. In a new milestone, there has been a significant decline in the maternal mortality rate to 97 in 2018 to 2020 from 130 per lakh live births in 2014 to 2016. Congratulating the country on this achievement, the Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare praised the remarkable progress in effectively lowering the maternal mortality rate. Union Health Ministry designated Padma Shri, KL Ratna Arjuna Awardee and President of Paralympic Committee of India, Deepa Malik as Nikshay Mitra and National Ambassador for TB Mukt Bharat campaign. She visited Health Pavilion at IITF 2022 and interacted with TB survivors and urged all of them to become Nikshay Mitras to support TB patients. 13 measles deaths reported in Mumbai. Recently, an 8-year-old boy died from bronchopneumonia and multi-organ dysfunction syndrome, which are complications of measles. Meanwhile, the state's confirmed cases of measles stood at 603. Following a series of consultations with the global experts, WHO will begin using a new preferred term Mpox as a synonym for monkeypox. When the outbreak of monkeypox has expanded earlier this year, the racist and stigmatizing language online in other settings and in some communities was observed and reported to WHO and asked the WHO to propose a new name for monkeypox. Man slips into coma, undergoes 30 surgeries and amputations after a mosquito bite? Yes, experts in Germany have recently warned about the spread of Asian tiger mosquito. A 27-year-old man has experienced various medical issues at the same time, including having to go through 30 surgeries after being bitten by an Asian tiger mosquito in Germany, which is really shocking. Scientists revive 48,500-year-old zombie virus buried in the ice in Russia. Zombie virus is a term given to the virus which is frozen and therefore is dormant. So coming back to today's clinical case, the diagnosis is Echinacea cardia. Yes, the basal chest infection due to aspiration, choking following meals and dysphagia mode to fluids. These are the three clinching points. Chest infection not improving on medical treatment. This is because of continuous aspiration. Cardiac echinacea must be treated first and the chest infection will subsequently improve. Basal chest infection on X-ray. This is because the aspirated material due to the effect of gravity settles in the base of the lung, and so basal lungs are the most affected. And the patient refuses fluid diet and prefers solid food. This is because the solid food creates a better stimulation by rubbing against the esophageal wall, and so the cardiac sphincter opens, whereas the fluid needs to accumulate in the esophagus before causing sufficient stimulus. The investigation of choice here is X-ray barium swallow esophagus, which shows large dilatation of the esophagus and stenosis at the level of cardiac sphincter. This is known as bird beak appearance. Esophagoscopy can be done, which shows dilated sac containing stagnant food and fluids due to stasis. Chest X-ray may be done, which reveals either a lung infection or retrocardiac air fluid levels in the lateral view. And at last, CT scan with barium swallow can also be done. And the treatment is Heller's myotomy or esophagoscopic dilatation. So that's all for today, guys. We'll be back again with more interesting medical updates and counseling updates. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Auricle. For more information, you can follow us on Instagram and Telegram as well. Bye bye.